Jaguar Wright has never been a fan of Diddy, but with the recent allegations against the bad boy mogul, she's speaking out like never before. It's clear she won't rest until Diddy pays for his crimes, and that's shaping up to be a high-stakes showdown.
Let me ask, the moment he went on Club Shay Shay and did what he did, that's the catch you expected.
That's the moment I've been waiting for 10 years.
Oh, wow.
And I'm so grateful that I was there kicking in that door so he could just blow it down. There's an effort. I'm surprised people ain't catching on yet. I'm never loud when Kanye's loud. Gene Deal's never loud when I'm loud. But if we're running in tandem, somehow everything that we're saying, even though we don't speak, is always corroborating each other. I can't wait. I can't wait for everybody to find out what's really been going on in the background. It's just not yet.
It's not just Diddy. Wright wants the entire world to know about every single person who was an accomplice in his dirty secrets, including those who attended the infamous freak-off parties at his place.
There were video girls there that were dancing. Michael Rappaport was there that night.
Who?
Michael Rappaport. The one who's beefing with KD. With Kevin Durant.
Is he an athlete as well?
No, Michael Rappaport, the actor. He played Remy in Higher Learning.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
Yeah, he was there at the party.
According to her, Diddy isn't the savior of hip-hop that he pretends to be. She believes that Bad Boy Records exists solely to boost his own image while ensuring no one else surpasses him.
He said, the objective of Bad Boy is to kill talent. We don't want talented motherfuckers at Bad Boy. Talented motherfuckers think they gotta say. Oh, a talented motherfucker will tell you, I'm gonna turn in my album when I feel like it. He said, but see, if we get people with no talent, and then we make them look like stars, see, we have total control. Because without us, they can't be the shit. He said, that's how we're gonna run this label, and we're gonna run these motherfuckers into the ground, and I'm gonna make all of you rich. And that was his fucking pep talk at the Kit Kat Club in 1996 to his interns, who are now mostly executives at Bad Boy.
So that explains making the band, bringing unknowns.
Now that Diddy's downfall seems imminent, no one is happier than Jaguar Wright. She believes he's been acting like the devil for decades, escaping any real consequences for his actions.
Check. If you could talk to Diddy right now at this moment, what would you tell him?
Take that. All of it. Everything you got coming. I ain't got shit else to say to that punk made bitch. You want to know what it's like to know that somebody the devil, watch them be the devil. Tell everybody for decades that that's the devil. And you got to see him be the devil before you willing to believe it. And all of that is possible thanks to the whack bitches. Drum roll! Mary J. Blige, whack bitch. Jennifer Lopez, whack bitch. Carisha, please, whack bitch.
In fact, Wright believes Diddy is still engaging in his shady activities because he's unafraid of the law. She argues that, as usual, he's trying to shift the blame and attention onto others to protect himself.
Redemption, like, is there anything that he could do?
Yeah, he can die. He can die. Because he ain't never gonna stop. He's never gonna stop. I bet you freaking off right now. He's addicted. And he has enough dirt on everybody to believe that there's still enough people in power to protect him. But the problem is, you got people like Gloria Allred running around Have y'all heard?
No, go ahead, please.
Some interesting things happening in LA. Gloria Allred got herself something in her nose. She's hunting rap perverts now. And for some reason, she's interested in going after Drake and Kendrick Lamar. Why? Aubrey the one that ran. And Kendrick is not a pedophile. So why would you be trying to charge them both?
Wright also believes that Jay Z is just as bad, if not worse, than Diddy. Now that Diddy is in trouble, she claims Jay Z is doing everything he can to shield himself.
Jay Z is setting Diddy up. Why is everyone having such a hard time? He ain't doing shit different. He lined up D Haven, stole his life and identity. He lined up Big L, stole his life and identity. He lined up Dame Dash, stole his life, identity, and took his love. Lined up R. Kelly. He wants to be the one.
Yeah, shout out D Haven. He actually hit us up, wanted to tell this story.
You need to talk to D Haven.
It's not just Jay Z and Diddy. Wright wants the world to know that Will Smith and his wife, Jada, are also involved in all the debauchery.
Hey, young man, come on over. My husband just wants to touch you for a little while on camera. I promise you, you won't feel a thing. Sniff this.
Okay. So,
really? You stand on red carpets with and you sell an image of lies. Then you influence the public and ask the public to covet and want your life. Who wants that?
To make matters worse, it's alleged that Will and Jada sold their young son Jaden to Diddy, allowing him to exploit the boy.
Jada Pinkett has written a book where she reveals that multiple times she tried to commit suicide.
I don't know why she keeps trying. She just get it done. Don't be bad at everything.
Shit. Yeah.
You was an all right actress. You was a terrible wife. You was a bad mother. You was a kid who knew that your husband was doing things to boys and did stuff to your son and you ain't do shit about it. Bilal told me everything. Bilal told me, Jay, he told me that you knew Will was f***ing your child. Yes, he did. Wonder why he left that out of his Tasha K interview. Yeah. He said everything but the thing that was important. That he know that Will Smith raped Jaden Bashir and he raped Meek Mills, and you know it, Bilal.
She also believes that individuals like Orlando Brown, who have been abused by Diddy and Jay Z, may act out or seem unstable to continue exposing their crimes without facing retaliation. According to her, whatever Brown says about Diddy is likely true, especially if it aligns with Jaguar Wright's claims.
It's been working for Orlando Brown. Why wouldn't it work for Wendy?
To play crazy.
Why wouldn't it work? The oosh gosh whoosh why?
Yo, Diddy, you gave me the oosh gosh goosh wash. You gave me the oosh gosh muaf.
Orlando's brilliant. Y'all spent time with him. He's highly intelligent. Imagine what it's been like to wear this character for this long. This is a character. Actually, the shit he does online is the best acting he does.
Is he speaking truth?
Of course he is.
We seen Quiet on set.
Major pain in his ass, literally, since he was a kid.
It's mind-boggling to think that Diddy and Jay Z might have joined forces to undermine some of the world's most famous celebrities. This includes Rihanna, who was allegedly dating Jay Z while she was still a minor, with Diddy reportedly helping to conceal their relationship.
What would it take for Jay Z to go down like Diddy did?
I don't know. But I got an idea that Evan Rogers is going to help me figure that out.
And who is Evan?
Evan was the producer who only seemed to work on teeny bopper projects, who discovered Rihanna at 3 a.m. in the morning in a hotel room on the island where she comes from, with no parental supervision. And then she was put on a private plane, a minor, from one country to another, without parental supervision. And she ended up in a boardroom with Mr. Carter, without parental supervision. Y'all got young children. Would you just let your daughter leave and go to a whole other country with some motherfucking niggas you don't know?
Absolutely not.
Doing talent shows at 3 a.m.
So you're saying that the rumors are true. There are rumors circulating that Rihanna was actually trafficked here. Are you saying that
Starting to
that's...
sound that way, don't it? Because her daddy ain't show up till 24 hours later to pick up a $500,000 check for his daughter's ass. Maybe we should look more into that album, Auntie. That album cover was disturbing. A child bride with a crown over her head and blood smeared on her face. I don't know. How don't people see SOSs anymore? I mean, maybe I'm just crazy.
Therefore, it's safe to infer that R is aware that Jay Z was complicit in all of Diddy's trafficking and that these two men used their position of authority and clout to abuse young girls and silence them.
Carter is just as bad as the diddler. And I know that for a fact. I got the scars to prove it. You want to know what a box cutter feels like going into your skin and ripping you? I can tell you how it feels. Y'all ain't seen shit yet. That Cassie shit, that's nothing. I'm saying Sean Carter remembers everything he did to me and he's got it on tape. Just like Diddy. And they're gonna be crazy. It's gonna be the women that give him in the end. And I think it's time for him to start speaking up about his very good friend. Just 9 months ago, you were singing his praises. All that he's done for the culture. And how you gotta be crazy like Diddy to make it. Then you didn't want to sit next to him at the Grammys. Told everybody that he had cooties. And canceled the Rock Nation brunch, which is your favorite event. Because that's how you line up who you gonna move around next year. Like y'all did with Clarence Avant. I'm gonna get you. And I told you I would. And I'm gonna keep my word.
It's reasonable to assume that Wright believes Jay Z was involved in all of Diddy's trafficking activities, and that both men abused their power and influence to mistreat and silence young women.
In a December 2023 statement, Combs responded to the claims in all the lawsuits, saying, "Sickening allegations have been made against me by individuals looking for a quick payday. Let me be absolutely clear. I did not do any of the awful things being alleged. CNN has reached out to representatives for Combs for comment.
Jay, you told us. You told us.
You put the boost to that girl. And Kim Porter put her life.
Additionally, Wright reacted to Cassie's statement about the video, highlighting the possibility of all the abuses Diddy may have inflicted on Cassie behind closed doors.
People ask, why do they stay? How could she leave? We just watched her trying to escape on camera. And it triggered that animal to jump up ass naked with a towel on and successfully punt her down a hallway, drag her like trash, and then throw large glass objects at her. He did that in a hotel where he knew cameras were. Imagine what the fuck he did at home, where he controlled all the cameras and he could fully be himself.
Sure, it goes beyond our imagination. Beyond our imagination.
Y'all remember when y'all talked to me when we were first talking about Cassie, and you were saying, people are saying that it's all cat, it's a shakedown. Did she just do it for the money? And do you remember what my answer was?
Enlighten us.
She didn't get paid enough. Nowhere near enough.
Jaguar Wright has no hesitation in exposing Diddy and Jay Z for their alleged involvement in grooming young women, even going so far as to claim they would eliminate them if they became liabilities.
Is Jay Z up next? Jaguar is now alleging that Jay Z is actually a lot worse than P. Diddy. He's just more smarter and calculated. Jaguar alleges that Jay Z also plays a part in grooming young girls in the early 90s, such as Foxy Brown and Aaliyah, to name a few, and you know who else, but I can't say her name because her fans are gonna go crazy in my comments. Take a look.
I think everybody that knows Sean Carter knows that he will slump anyone in any relationship for $1. Look at how he did Dame. Like, I don't give a fuck if you wanted to get away from your homie, if you wanted to get away from your partner, but to do it the way he did it, it's malicious. But maybe that was because he was fuck girl that didn't want you.
Oh. Let the church say amen.
I don't know. Maybe that's why. Maybe that's why you moved his ass around and out of Rockefeller so tough and then just moved right over to Def Jam. By the way, wasn't this all around the time when Aaliyah died?
Yeah.
And Beyonce's solo career was struggling? Jam on your horn now, that fucking bullshit ass record. From the Austin Powers shit, it was some of the worst shit ever. They were having a hard time taking her solo. And then Aaliyah died. And then they brought Rich Harrison in, and your love got me thinking so crazy right now. She liked posing with him in pictures for Page 6. Aaliyah didn't. She fell in love with Dame. And Aaliyah's gone, and you have to start asking yourself questions after being in this business for this long. If you're a halfway intelligent person, when do you start questioning how lucky some motherfuckers keep getting?
It's not just young girls. Diddy reportedly used murder as a weapon whenever his career was threatened, and Wright believes Nipsey Hussle was killed in a similar fashion.
You know, it was Snoop. And Snoop, man. Because I never wanted to believe it. You hear whispers throughout the years and you think that people are, and Snoop and all, I have always had a decent rapport, even though he f***ed me over. I understood why he did it, and I never held him to it. You know, you and Martha Stewart rocking out on the cookie with this shit was supposed to have been me and you, but you know, whatever. You know, But Snoop got some answering to do. Because if you were capable of doing what they're saying that you did to Tupac, why the f wouldn't we believe that you were capable of doing it to Nip? Because he was about to eclipse you.
Dang.
All of your fucking secret meetings with Diddy, and y'all fucking knew that they put Lauren on him. See, I know Lauren London. Lauren London used to sing backgrounds for me back in the day. You didn't know that, did you?
Ah, hell no, I didn't know that.
Lauren London used to be one of my background singers. She fell in love with my keyboard player. His name is Omar Edwards. Omar went on to play for Jay Z after me, after leaving my band. Omar Edwards got Lauren London on to American Idol, which put her in position to meet Nipsey, and then she dumped Omar, who loved her madly, for Nipsey out of nowhere. All those fucking Diddy parties. All of the support that Snoop has for Honeycomb. You've been moving niggas out the way, Snoop, allegedly.
Similarly, when Wendy Williams almost exposed Diddy for being gay, his actions allegedly led to the destruction of her entire career. It's hard to see that as mere coincidence.
The first woman to uncover the homo thugs. She talking about Diddy. That's what these down low bitches was called when Wendy first started talking about it in the 90s, the homo thug.
So you hear about stories of Diddy like shooting people, blowing up cars.
Yeah.
Is he this gangster that behind the scenes is that him? Or is that
Shout out to Wendy Williams.
Wright claims that the entertainment industry is a dark, deceptive world where young women are lured with the promise of fame, only to find that the industry's power brokers want them for their own purposes.
Is he protecting people, or are people protecting him?
Oh no, he's selling it because he needs the cash. The last Freak Off tape that just got sold on the dark net, which I know because I monitor, went for $500 million. It had multiple stars in it. Nicki Minaj, Rihanna, Chris Brown, Justin Bieber, Drake. It was a really interesting night in Calabasas, and he just sold that footage.
How come you think it doesn't get leaked to the public?
The dark net?
Yeah, like...
Because of the dark coin. Most people don't even know that the dark coin exists. But that's how they're trading for all of the flesh they sell. Which is why I became so outraged last year when the twins turned 16 and he had them dressed like prostitutes, and then he auctioned them off as NFTs because the NFT that he sold them to was attached to that dark fucking coin. It was like a promissory note to sell his daughters to the highest bidder.
You see movies like
One of the accusations made against Diddy is that he enjoys filming famous people engaging in explicit sexual actions with minors in order to resell the tape on the dark web for profit.
3 women I know right now in my life. They've been in my life for 6 years. I got them off of Epstein Island. I cannot say where they are in the world. What I can say is when they got into the boat, they were roughed. Want to know how they ended up on Epstein Island? They auditioned to be models for music videos.
Oh, casting couch.
When they got to Miami, they had to show and turn over their ID, and they collected their passports. And then the next thing you know, they were in a storage container getting
by a bunch of weird strangers on camera who were bidding for all of the terrible things that were happening to them live online. After they made it through that, that's when they were sent to Rick Ross's music videos as groupies and extras to make sure that they could walk around in society without looking like victims.
According to Wright, Diddy is just one part of a larger, disturbing network of sex trafficking, with the cycle of abuse and exploitation continuing unabated.
My focus right now is Sean Combs.
Okay. Tell us why. Tell us why.
Because he's a sex trafficker. And he's using music and entertainment to sex traffic.
Now, is this just boys, girls, adults, kids? Like,
I mean, from what I've heard from sources that I would consider reliable, it really doesn't matter.
Wow.
I don't think sexuality is something that has anything to do with gender at this point for Sean. I honestly think he's just an extreme narcissist who loves power. He loves the ability to manipulate and control people. Why? Most likely because he was victimized by his mentor, who loved to control people.
And his mentor was
Andre Harrell.
Tell us how
who was
he
mentored by Clive Davis.
Oh God. And don't tell me that Andre Harrell got touched by Clive Davis too.
I'm telling you, I don't know what happened between Andre and Clive. What I do know is that Andre got passed over. Like, how do you go from being the president of Uptown and losing your entire company to your intern? Like, Puff started out as an intern.
Yes,
he was throwing parties with Mark Barnes in Washington, D.C. And then he became an intern at Uptown, and he was very, proactive. And if there's one thing that Sean knows, he knows pop culture.
She believes that it was these very acts and rituals performed by the elite that led to Whitney Houston's death.
How is this not social PTSD?
Yeah, you have a point. I mean, talk about when Whitney died. And how while she was dead in the tub floating, they was partying upstairs.
And Diddy was throwing the keynote, he was the keynote speaker.
My thing is, remember when she ran and had to give that note to Brandy and Monica?
Yeah, after somebody tried to drown her in the pool.
That's what I'm saying. She said they was trying to drown
Brandy up there like, bitch, you not dead. I was waiting for your spot. I'm doing the bodyguard too as soon as you go.
Now, we broke down on this channel that Monica had did a music video like a few months before Whitney got killed and had Whitney on a t-shirt that she was wearing randomly. It was weird. It was just weird. Very strange.
The signs were there. I'm just sick and tired of seeing celebrities cry out for help while the world watches saying, ooh, they acting strange. And then when they die, they just believe whatever these motherfuckers, the people that are responsible for their demise,
Not to mention, Wright has held Jay Z accountable for many years, and with good reason given the pattern of sudden deaths associated with him.
God, everybody want to know if Aaliyah dying was a sacrifice.
Of course it was. Mary J. Blige said it first.
Oh.
On 106th and Park with Free and AJ. And then had the audacity to go straight into autocorrect and blame her for it. Blame her for her own demise.
Wow.
When the truth is, you were terrified. Hype Williams about why he didn't want Aaliyah to get on Lenny Kravitz's very, very, very wonderful and safe plane to get on a janky one that he forced her on, which, by the way, she didn't get on willingly. She was drugged and carried on. Why does no one ask Hype? What was so great about that piece of shit fucking soul plane? And why couldn't she walk on it by herself?
Ooh-wee.
Why did she have to be carried?
She was terrified to get on that plane.
Told Dame it didn't look right.
Yep.
Didn't understand why demands were made by the director for her to go on something that definitely didn't look better. And more importantly, what gave him the authority to tell her that she couldn't take Lenny Kravitz's plane? When the fuck are we going to talk to Hype Williams?
Well, somebody has to be the one to call them out.
Okay. We're calling you out.
Calling you out.
We've been here before.
You're right.
3.5 years ago.
Literally.
We need to talk to Hype Williams.
And we need to reopen that case.
Absolutely.
If there's nothing to hide, it shouldn't be a problem to reopen it.
Not at all. Not at all. Rather than quickly tying up loose ends.
Yep.
In fact, she believes that Jay Z and Beyonce, much like Diddy, use murder to eliminate anyone who threatens their power.
So the sex tape with him seeing Beyonce was real.
Of course it was real. All her tapes is real.
How many tapes she got?
You gotta have at least 40 of them. They buy them out all the time. That's why everybody gotta get the non-disclosure. The nigga don't ask.
My God.
That's how Jagged Edge made their money. As sure as shit wasn't off of music.
Oh my God.
When they ran that train on them. And they had it on tape.
They ran the train on Destiny's Child?
Yeah.
What?
That summer when they was all on tour together, and then the tour instantly ended, and they said it was because Destiny's Child was going out on the road with the Backstreet Boys, and they tried to whitewash it all over, and Michael Wright did the big, I believe that's his name, Michael Wright, the manager for the Backstreets and the NSYNCs and the Britneys. Look at how their lives turned out. How lovely. Anyway, you know, so they put that whole thing together, and they tried to make it seem like they ended the nigga tour because of the white tour. But the truth is, they needed a good excuse to explain why, you know, the nigga don't ask got signed, a couple million got passed around, tapes got bought. Yeah, that's why.
Damn.
Yeah. You ain't gotta notice, Jagged Edge don't be in no rush to put out no music.
No, they don't.
And they can afford to do it all themselves. I guess they had a nice bankroll.
Now, some people were saying it was because of Matthew Knowles trying to fuck on them girls.
I mean, you liable to do anything, drunk, high on crack, feeling yourself.
Takeoff's death wasn't nothing but a corporate hostile takeover using his life as the goddamn... Oh my God.
Man, R.I.P. Takeoff.
That boy died so they could cash in a motherfucking insurance policy and to cover up the fact that Rock Nation was ripping Megan away from 300. I guess nobody's paying attention to the fact that complete control of Megan Thee Stallion's career was taken over right after Takeoff died, and the Prince family were forced to leverage and let her go, even though they did not want to. Isn't that interesting?
Houston politics.
And I'm not saying allegedly.
Oh.
I'm saying Sean Carter, you're taking Pimp C wasn't bad enough. Why the fuck did that house burn up? Who the fuck goes to their childhood house for a visit and the shit goes up in flames?
That was very weird.
And still, no real investigation on how the house just went up in flames. I guess they paid y'all off. Like they paid y'all off for that fucking Astroworld shit.
But let's just say that's only a small taste of what Wright has on Jay Z and Beyonce. Their relationship and history are incredibly complex and entangled.
Handpicked by my very good friend, Terry Lynn Carrington, Dr. Terry Lynn Carrington, who put together Beyonce's entire female band, which was Matthew Knowles' idea because he couldn't get Beyonce to stop people. Guess you didn't know your daughter well enough because she just started all the girls. Impulse control issues? I don't know.